Yo guys, I want to tell you about this gun. It's called the M16A4. Don't know if you've heard about it. It's a weapon in Battlefield 4. It's got quite a history. I'm sure all of you watching this know what the M16A3 was in Battlefield 3, so I thought I would have a look at the M16A4 in Battlefield 4. Now, obviously, let's get the formalities out of the way straight. This is a burst fire variant of the M16A3. DICE probably decided the M16A3 was too overpowered to have in the game, so they took it out and just left in the M16A4. This beast has got some interesting stats. They're not too far removed from the Battlefield 3 version and are on screen for your viewing pleasure. So, let's talk attachments. Right now I'm running the holographic, laser sight, angle foregrip and compensator. I'm running the laser sight and compensator because I believe the hip fire is what you can use to your best ability with this gun. It's not great, but once you add those two attachments it can make life a little bit easier. The angled foregrip is the best choice for this gun, and I'll explain why. The angled foregrip is designed to reduce the recoil of your first shot, so every single time you shoot you'll have a certain recoil on it, each different rifle, and that will reduce it. Some rifles don't have much recoil at all, and when it comes to automatic rifles that's not a big difference because it's only affecting your first shot. However, that first shot can mean a lot for the next follow-up shots. So when it comes to the M16A4, it's a big deal because it's a burst fire weapon, which means that this attachment will affect all of the shots on each burst, so you'll constantly be shooting and having that first shot reduced, which will actually help with your accuracy and recoil control. Fortunately, recoil control isn't my strong suit, but hey, we've all got our weaknesses. However, if you are good with recoil control, then you'll find it a lot easier to shoot accurately with this gun. It's something easier done on PC than console, but still I found I was able to do it when I used to play on console in Battlefield 3. I'm using the holo sight because that's my personal preference for sights, and I also find that trying to use anything other than a red dot sight is just not any good. Especially with most assault rifles, it seems like the magnification is just leaps and bounds above what it was in Battlefield 3. I could run an M16A4 or an M4 with an angle on Battlefield 3 and suffer no problem, but when I do it on Battlefield 4 it's just so tough because the magnification seems to zoom so far on your opponents you can't even hit them. And this right here, that was a clip of pure perseverance. This guy really wanted me dead, but I wasn't having it. And this will be a perfect example of how you can utilise hipfire. The hipfire can go quite far on the M16 once you put these attachments on it, and you'll see throughout the gameplay I'll be able to cross some pretty insane hipfires. Fortunately here wasn't so much luck because they were just running everywhere, and when that happens your aim is just about screwed because you're panicking, which is something you should try and avoid doing when you're in a situation like that. Just stay calm and track your targets, but obviously doesn't always happen. As I said earlier, with recoil control, this gun can be used quite well at long range, and you can put on an angle sight, but only if you're sure you're going to stay at long range only and not go to any close quarters engagements. Otherwise, unless your hipfire works, you're just screwed. But when it comes to firing at long range, if you can keep your recoil under control, you can pull off some pretty long range kills, because this gun, if you aim it at someone's torso at long range and you pull off a good shot, then your burst will go straight into the head and kill them in that first burst, because it will only take a maximum of 4 bullets to kill someone, but with a multiplier on the head it'll only take 3. And it's been a while since I played Battlefield 4, since the patch came out anyway, and call me crazy, but I don't remember the animations being this fast for knifing. Yeah, that was no chance. As I said earlier, the hipfire on this gun is really good, so when you're playing domination, which I am here, you'll find that you can almost always be good for any situation unless you're facing a sniper off the other side of the map. Hipfire is perfect for close engagement, and when you're facing people at medium range, this gun is fine as long as you control the recoil and aim on target. Personally, in my opinion, domination is probably the best game mode for this gun. I mean, I started playing Great Conquest with it and I found, obviously, on certain maps the long range wasn't any good. So I started playing domination instead, and ironically the first game I played with it, I actually got called a hacker at the end by both the enemy and my own teammates, which I found actually quite complimenting. If anyone ever calls you a hacker and you just know you're not hacking and you have never hacked in your life, just take it as a compliment. I mean, I don't see why not. Your aim is clearly so good, or your skill is so good, that they clearly thought you were a hacker, so take it as a compliment. That's what I would always do. Of course, when I did have my first game, it was back before a couple of patches and the game was still a bit unstable, so I can understand if they thought I was somehow cheating, but even then, it would have been quite tough because the game was already broken. There was no need to even try and hack it. But luckily, in this recent patch, they have fixed the one-hit bug, which, if you didn't know, was a bug where your bullet would register accidentally twice when you got a headshot, meaning that you would do 100 damage in one shot, which is actually impossible unless you're using a sniper rifle or shotgun. I don't think any assault rifle can one-shot headshot at all, as far as I know. But yeah, overall, M16A4 still a badass. I think you can still use it to your best abilities. It's by no means any Ace-23 or anything. It's not the most effective gun at everything, but it certainly can be a good gun. If you know how to use it, you can get a lot of use out of it. You can come out on top of quite a few games with it as well. Anyway, I've been Doom Creative. Leave it a rating and a comment, anything you like, it really helps. And I'll see you guys in the next one.